Hello, good morning, folks from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Joy here. I'll be doing a comparison video between two very popular fragrances from back in the time, and they are not brand new fragrances. So keep it in mind that I always do not just talk about latest fragrances. I talk about fragrances that once was very popular and they had so much hype, and I loved, as well as some fragrances they do not have so much attention, which deserve some attention. I do this because of I feel there should be some fairness, right? And what is the fairness? That is, we shouldn't let go of like very wonderful fragrances be lost in time, which are still good. Like they just because there are new fragrances out, it doesn't mean older fragrances lose the hype and they get lost in time. It's not nice. Just my personal thought. So I just like to bring back memories once in a while. So the two fragrances I have for you today are very popular, as I told you, same from the same house, and one is a flanker of the other. The first fragrance I'll be reviewing, comparing, is the first one is Lhomme by YSL. Second one is the flanker of it, the darker brother, is La Nuit de Lhomme. So I'll tell you some facts. There are a lot of facts. I'll just summarize them in one video. I'm sorry if it runs a little bit long, but I would like to do detailed comparison. And before anything else, let me tell you, they come in 30, 50, 100 and 200 ml bottles. Okay, prices you're looking at somewhere, if you're paying retail 35 to all the way like $80 or something like that, you can end up paying 100 US dollars plus for the 200 ml bottle. But if you look for discounters and do not pay retail, you can actually get good deals for it, and expect to pay for 100 ml like $65, $60, and both of them are reformulated now. What you're going to find in the market, basically it's latest formulation, which are both weak. Okay, so fragrances, the first comparison, I would say they're very weak fragrances at this moment if you look at the latest formulation. So my La Nuit de Lhomme, I have multiple bottles. I was lucky enough to try only 2014 batches. I have 3 bottles of La Nuit de Lhomme. I have my limited edition, like special edition, that one, and I had one 2014, the last batch of that, and then the one I have to excuse me, the one I am going to show you today is the earlier 2014 batch. So it's sort of semi-vintage, but I never got to try Lhomme vintage bottle. There are plenty out there, but people, I believe, are more about Lhomme La Nuit de Lhomme vintage batches than Lhomme vintage batch. But I'll tell you which one I like, I prefer. I of course have preference, and I'll tell you which one should be your pick. Are they still worth checking out, and why did they get so much popularity and fame, right? So Lhomme, why is a Lhomme? First of all, this fragrance is the first fragrance that is responsible for all the flankers. If you did not know, so we have at least 8 to 10 flankers of this fragrance. We have this Lhomme flankers, then we have La Nuit de Lhomme, which is a flanker and which has more flankers. We have Ultime, we have Libra, we have Sport, we have Parfum, we have Intense. You can go on all day. And also I think there's Eau Electric. So this one actually deserves all the credit if you do not know by now. Both of them have very nice presentations. Okay, if you look at the bottle, cylindrical bottle, hexagonal sort of cap, which looks very classy. These bottles look very classy. This one has a clear bottle with yellow juice. This one has a little bit of darker juice because this is a bit darker from the time. So if you can see, right? So bit different. It has a bit shade darker bottle at the bottom, but this one is see-through. So presentation wise, exact same presentation, just different. This one has a little bit metal looking cap. This one has black. All right, and it has YSL up top. Basically, you know all this. So when I was looking for a comparison video, I would imagine like they would have more comparison video, at least 20, because they have been in the market for some time. I was just surprised to find just 4 solid videos. I do not know if there are more comparison videos, because maybe some reviewers did it but they didn't get so much views, so maybe it's like way in the bottom. So I thought let's just talk about, if this is not so much recent talk, let me discuss this. So every single reviewer who compared them, they did great job. And I will show you like another thing, like not just YSL Lhomme have so many flankers, they also have so many clones. Okay, so I'll show you like some fragrances houses, they try to copy like YSL Zara Y. This is discontinued now, but this one is try to capture the essence of, I think, La Nuit de Lhomme sort of. And this is Onier, this is White for Men. So this is like a YSL Lhomme clone. So many fragrances you'll find they try to capture the essence of those fragrances. That means they were successful. So let me get into the talk. As I told you, bottle sizes, prices, and everything, and the type of fragrances now. Okay, this is more of your say maybe spring. It can be used for summer and fall. Okay, Lhomme. It's like a more apple pie sort of, you know, fruity, like musky, sort of woody. I think it's called woody floral musk. Yeah, this is the classification for Lhomme. This one, it's a woody floral musk with a touch of, I think, woody oriental. Could be like, I don't know. I'm not very good at that classifying, but this has the note of cardamom, which makes it a little bit more sexy and nighttime. This is more for a daytime, right? So casual. It can be used as formal. Okay, sense strength on both of these are always moderate. Okay, for those, the myth that you heard that La Nuit de Lhomme was beast mode, it used to last 14, 15, 20 hours. I don't think that's true. So first thing, I would clear it out. No matter which variation you get of these two fragrances, do not expect like I'm gonna pay $150, I'm gonna get like a fragrance that's gonna last on me all day, right? These fragrances people pay the vintage for. Yes, there is some performance betterment. Definitely 2014 lasts more than 2015 and 16 batches, but La Nuit de Lhomme, the performance wise, it's never more than 4 or 5 hours, okay, on me at least. So in our conditions, the performance wise very moderate. Lhomme, maybe let's say 6, maybe it will get 7. Okay, that is the two performance comparison. Price wise, if you're looking at it, as I told you, you pretty much pay $65, and if you're going for vintages, you have to maybe go for $150 plus for 150 mil. I'm sorry, 100 mil. Is it worth it? It's always, I would say it's subjective. If you really love the smell of it, I see people loving Lhomme over La Nuit de Lhomme. Personally, I like the smell of Lhomme more than La Nuit de Lhomme. Compliments wise, La Nuit de Lhomme, it's the winner. This is a legacy of Jeremy. People know La Nuit de Lhomme because of the love Jeremy gave this fragrance and how much he hyped it. And for good reasons, I got reactions from this fragrance. Trust me, it works. If you have it on the right occasion, it's a little bit cooler weather at night time. If you're going out dating, women love this fragrance. Absolutely, they will look at you, they will adore you, and it's proven. There's no BS on this fragrance. Okay, but compliment factor wise, this fragrance Lhomme, it's a shame it doesn't get as much love as La Nuit de Lhomme, because Lhomme basically it's my favorite out of the two, smell wise. Why? Because Lhomme is something people compared with the Hugo Boss bottled, and this is the ADP Intense version. I used always the ADT version, but the whichever version you get, it's more like apple pie, sort of very nice, woody. Oh man, this is. If you haven't tried Hugo Boss bottle until now, go and check it out. There's a reason this is the top seller in the market. So if you like Hugo Boss bottle, you definitely like how the YSL Lhomme, perform. I mean, smell. So the day I went to buy La Nuit de Lhomme, I tried Lhomme for the first time, both side by side in Malaysia. It was Parkson, Surya KLCC. And surprising factor was I thought this is gonna be like a magical potion, La Nuit de Lhomme, because these are expensive in Malaysia. Like you have to spend $75 to $80. No, I think $80 to $85 to get 100 ml bottle of this. Okay, retail, because you cannot find these discounted. And Lhomme was similar price, but when I smelled them side by side on paper and skin, I loved Lhomme. I'll tell you, I'll just be honest. I was gonna buy Lhomme that day. I'm gonna follow my nose. That's what I did since the beginning of my journey. Daniel Icon, like fragrances, like anything that I tried first few ones that I bought, first few 50 fragrances, I bought it based on my own nose. Some, yes, because due to hype and stuff, but yeah. So I was gonna buy Lhomme. So if you ask me in terms of smell, I prefer Lhomme because the Lhomme smell is so beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's drop dead gorgeous. It's so well blended, and no matter how many flankers you try of it or how many clones you try of it, there's nothing like Lhomme. Okay, it's so lovely. It's so soft, subtle, the floral. It's handsome. It's clean. It's sophisticated, and you'll see many reviewers still today. They'll put like, I love Lhomme, guys. I saw Joshua, one of my good friends, is a reviewer. He absolutely adores this. And when I saw the love for this fragrance that other reviewers have, I definitely wanted to get a bottle. I got this recently, and La Nuit de Lhomme I own for a very long time. But the thing is, I'll tell you which one I prefer. I get the compliments from La Nuit de Lhomme, and I love the smell of Lhomme. So they're kind of on the tie for me, okay? Performance wise, the 2014, as I told you, I get better performance than Lhomme from this, but not beast mode. I get in the colder weather, winter time. In our winters are like your springtime in Europe. I get from this like 4 hours, 4 to 4.5 hours. I have to reapply after this, and that opening, that cardamom blast this fragrance gives, women love that shit. Okay, if you just even want the newer version, just go heavy on the trigger. That's it. La Nuit de Lhomme is a fragrance you need to experience. It's but you buy it from, try to buy it from a discounted store. Okay, like do not pay retail, then you'll feel really bad. Or I'll give you a solution for both. Since they're weak on for performance, get the 200 ml. Spend that money, get the 200 ml, so you go trigger happy. You're never gonna be worried because you're never gonna finish 200 ml in your whole life, right? Problem solved. Uh, so next, versatility. I think these are extremely versatile. Both can be worn in all year round kind of scenario. But I think if you wear high heat, if you wear La Nuit de Lhomme, it smells a little bit spicy and it may come out too sweet on skin. Whereas Lhomme, it's also kind of sweet, kind of spicy, little bit spices in this, like a ginger or something like that in there, but it doesn't become overpowering or anything. For both are great for office work. If you're doing night shift, I think this is great. If you're doing day shift within climate condition like controlled, what am I saying? Climate control zone, you can try Lhomme. Still a beautiful fragrance. So the compliments wise, La Nuit de Lhomme will take it. But just to smell pleasant and you being enjoying the fragrances, both are equally good. So overall, like if you just put them side by side, like actually Lhomme is a fragrance. I will say, even despite the bad performance or something, I do not get absolutely horrible. I get like 3 hours. Okay, when I smell it, just for the smell, guys, La Nuit de Lhomme and Lhomme, these two fragrances, you should definitely like. I'm not saying definitely, no, that's the wrong thing to say. You shouldn't definitely buy anything. But if you haven't tried any of these, or even Lhomme, if you haven't tried it, one time you have to give it a try in the mall or sample it, because these are two great fragrances. Okay, performance is not always everything, but fragrances are special because of the smell and the blend. I think these two are beautiful fragrances. Um, that's one factor. That performance category, sometimes it's sad, but reformulation sad. But these two fragrances, I love them both. So which one do I prefer? I'm gonna tell you. If you're looking for overall nice, handsome, gentlemanly fragrance for everyday usage, Lhomme. Okay, but if you're looking for dating fragrance that you're gonna get, should I say getting laid? I don't know. It's not it's like a demeaning a fragrance, but since we talk about compliment factors and how much women love it, I think La Nuit de Lhomme is your best bet. If you wear this in the first date, let's say you're walking holding the hand of your girl, just walking by the pier, or like under the bridge, London Bridge, and it's a little bit cold and you're wearing like a jacket or muffler and stuff, she's holding your arm and walking, she's gonna hold onto your arm and you're gonna stay very close to you, cozy with you. This fragrance has that magical effect. Every time I wear this, I get compliments from it. But both are winners. Okay, both are great winners. And when you compare them side by side, I would rather have both of them. You cannot pick one over the other. That is my ultimate summary. But which one to get compliments? La Nuit de Lhomme. Which one for me to enjoy most of the time? Lhomme. More versatile? Lhomme, right? So yes, basically no clear winners, but for the smell, Lhomme. Compliments, La Nuit de Lhomme. That is the ultimate conclusion from my side. So just wanted to do, this is not absolute. This is, you can let me know which one you love, and these are not brand new fragrances. If you found it boring, you can also let me know. But two classics right there. Take care, guys. Have a very nice day, and thanks for watching. Thanks for always supporting. I'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.